Hello everyone, it's Shanna. Welcome. Today I'm going to be working with Spellbinder's Card Kit of the Month from July of 2022. It's actually called Under the Sea Magic. And I don't know if you hear that, but we live near a military base and we've got some fighter jets that are flying around today. So if you hear that noise in the background, that's what it is. So back to the card. I'm going to be working with this Under the Sea Magic Kit. I did check on Spellbinder's site. It is still available. It's at a much discounted price now since it is an older one. And you can get the whole kit for $25, which is an awesome deal. So I've laid out 5 designs that I want to work with today. And I'm going to just hop right into it and begin making my cards. So I'll just get this out of the way. And I've created a card panel with my hammer mill cardstock, and I've got it ready to go. And I've also cut down my layers. Now, in all of the cards today, I'll be using my A2 Matting Basics from Spellbinders to help layer my cards. Many of them I'll be using the stylized Calla Lily embossing folder, which was from March of 23. And I will use a couple of the dies, the mermaids, and then the seaweed is what I'm going to be using on most of the cards. So I thought I would just cover that right there. So on this first card, I chose some patterned paper that is seahorses and stars, and I'm going to just lay it down on my card base. Let's see, I've got it. It is just inside of my card panel. So I'm using my tape runner. These cards are going to go together real quickly because I've got them already kind of planned out, and I think it'll go rather quickly, and hopefully we can get all 5 cards. I'm having trouble getting this laid on there right. Hopefully we can get all 5 cards cranked out in a decent amount of time so that we don't have a real long video. Neighbor's dogs are barking. Okay, that's not exactly straight, but I can live with it. And then the next panel I have is just some of the purple panel that is in the kit, and it's actually got a piece of paper behind it, so it's going to have a little bit of dimension to it. And I'm just going to get it laid down, try to get it in the center. Hopefully do a better job with this one. And then lay it down. Now I've taken just some of my hammer mill white cardstock and I've embossed it with that Calla Lily. I kind of thought this looked like a shell, so that's why I chose to use that embossing folder, because this is an under the sea type card kit, and so a lot of it's going to be nautical, and so I thought I didn't have any other embossing folder that looked like water or under the sea, so I chose to go with this one. So I've got that on there. So now I've got the 3 layers, the patterned paper, the purple cardstock, and then the embossed white. And then I've chosen some of the ephemera and the chipboard pieces that are in the kit to make this card. This particular card here is going to be a thank you card. We are going to go to the beach with some family. And we always like to leave a card to the friend whose beach house we are staying at. So we always like to have a thank you card. And so I've kind of got this in mind for them. So I'm just going to kind of lay my elements down and see how I want them. And then we'll get them laid down. Okay, so I think that's where I'm going, and I'm just using my tape runner. I'm just making it easy. Now this has some sticky behind it, but I will add some glue to that. I'm just going to go ahead and lay. I think I'll put, let's see, I've got some foam that I can raise these up a little bit. I think I'm just going to put some foam on the back of these horses and raise them up a little bit just to give some extra dimension. Just going to lay that one there, and then I'm going to grab some more of that. This is just scrapbook.com, the thin strips, and I like it a lot. I need to get some more. I got it in some kind of a bundle or something, and I really have liked having it. So I've been using a lot of it. Trying to find my scissors. There they are. So we'll just get these laid down. And then this I die cut out with the purple paper and just use the seaweed die cut. And I'm going to put some glue on here if I can get my glue to come out. I don't think it's going to, so I'm just going to use my tape runner. I actually bent the little pin that goes in my glue, and so I didn't have it in there, and it's going to have to work on it. Let's see if I can work on it. Well, I'm not going to mess with that. Okay, just use my... And I'm going to do it like this, I think. And then if I lay my sentiment here, I can put a shell here. And see how that does kind of look like a shell? I think that looks cute. So I'll put a shell here and a star. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm just going to pull this backing off there. And since my glue is not running freely, I'm just going to go ahead and lay it down. I need to work on that. I'll pause for a minute and get that taken care of. Crafting problems. I have really not had much inspiration or motivation lately, and so I'm trying to get myself going again. I let myself get discouraged, and I'm trying to come off of that, and so I thought I would just blow up this kit here. So here's my first card. We do have these embellishments that we can add to it. So I think I'm going to add some of the purple ones to it just to bling it up a little bit. So I'm going to call this card finished. I think it looks pretty. I think it'll be a nice thank you card, and we could just handwrite what our message on the inside, and it'll be I think it'll be a nice card. So I hope you like that one. We'll just move right on to the next one. So again, I've got my card panel, and I'm just going to work real quick. It's actually Memorial weekend upcoming. Today's Friday, and my grandchildren that I keep every day are on a little holiday with their parents. So I've had some free time, and I've been just doing some stuff around the house and thinking about, making some cards. I've got a little game night dinner party that I'm going to go to later this evening. I've got the metallic gold paper from Spellbinders, and with this I'm going to use some tape to bump it up. And we'll lay it down. And I'm just this one I'm kind of centering more toward the edge. If I can get it laid down how I want it. And it'll be a little offset. I can trim that up and square it up. I'm having a time this evening. Now I just have a band of purple paper that I want to lay down on there. I think I'm going to need some foam on each side of it because it's going to hang past that gold metallic, and this one's going to have to be right on the edge. Okay, and I'll just run the tape adheres really well to the gold metallic. The glue always takes a minute to adhere to it because of the shiny nature of the paper. So I'm just going to lay that down on there. And then I've got this piece of die cut that was in the kit that has the gold on there. And I'm going to lay it down. I think I'm just going to kind of offset it as well. And then I have birthday wishes. that I'm going to lay down on it. And I'm going to put it down here. And then I'm going to use these embellishments on the card right here. And I think I'm just going to use 3 large ones. Oops. I might have to add some glue to that. It's acting like it's not going to want to stick. Yeah, I think the sticky part got left on the sheet of paper. Or on the... Yeah, it's on there. It's right on that piece of paper there. So it didn't come off. So we'll just glue it down. And that'll be our second. Okay, so I'm going to bring in our next card that we're going to be working on. And what I've done here is I've just got my embossed panel that is the size of my card base. And I'm going to lay it down on to my card base. And I'm just going to use my tape runner for that as well. Hopefully I'm not running out of tape. It's actually called a tape glue runner, but I like to use it on embossed panels sometimes if I'm not popping them up. That way I don't have to worry about the glue drying. I can just work right away on my card. Okay, I did a better job of laying that one down, so I'm happy with that. And then I'm bringing in some more of the patterned paper. I've got my images picked out here. I've got this real pretty floral paper that I think is just really very, very pretty. I'm going to see if I can use my glue. The glue will give me more wiggle room so that if I get crooked again, I can maybe straighten it out a little bit. So I'm going to lay this down. And I like this because you can see a good bit of that embossed panel. And I think that's nice. So yeah, that's much better using that glue because I'm able to move it around and get it how I want it. Okay, so I like that. And then I've got this purple patterned paper that came in the kit that I'm going to lay in the center. Boy, there is a lot of noise going on outside. I don't know if you heard those planes, and now it sounds like motorcycles. I can hear the birds, but it sounds like there's a lot of traffic going on out there, and I'm actually in a quiet neighborhood, but I guess with the planes and the vehicles, it's pretty noisy today. Now this I was thinking that I would lay down across here. I'm just trying to decide what side. I'm going to lay it on that side there, and then I'll snip the edges. So I'm just going to, I think I'll use, because I'm using the metallic, I'm just going to use my tape runner on it and just run a good amount there. Probably getting tape on my glass mat. Okay, so I'm just going to eyeball this. Well, I guess I could do a better job if I think that's pretty close. And I'm just going to lay that across there. Then I'll just take my scissors and just clip away the extra. I could have cut it down, but this is just as easy. Now, then I have, this is one of the chipboard pieces that was included in the kit. And my plan was to lay it down in the center of this. And I had a sentiment laying somewhere for this, and I'm not sure what I did with it. Let me look, and I need to get a sentiment for this so that I can get it finished up. And I'll just show you, I was kind of overwhelmed trying to look at all of the chipboard pieces. So I have this large board, and I just kind of laid it all out so that I could look at it and see what all was there. So that's what I did with that, and I'm just going to grab a sentiment for this. And I think I'm just going to use this one that says loved. And I'm just going to put it right down below there Try and get it lined up and squared up. And I'm going to bring in some more of my sequins. And I really like this card. I like all the white on it. I think it's real pretty. Hopefully you like it too. So let's move on to the next card. Now this one I'm going to do, I've got my panel. I took this, took a little piece of tape on there. This pattern paper here, it kind of looks like the scales that would be on a fish or a mermaid. And I've cut it down to where I've got just a little edge or on my card base, a little edge exposed. I'm just going to lay it down. We're going to play, I mentioned the game night, food and game night, family food and game night is what I'm doing. And we're going to have Mexican. We're going to have chicken enchiladas, which I think sounds absolutely delicious. And we will play probably aggravation. We will play probably 5 crowns, marbles, I said that, aggravation, and maybe the card game golf. That's what we normally play. So that'll be fun. Okay, back to the card. I've got this, again, another mirror gold cardstock from Spellbinders. Love it. I ordered a, oh, I'm running out. I'm going to grab another tape runner. I ordered a package of that and I love it. I'll link it below. It's just, I just think it looks great with everything. And so I'm going to just try and center this. I think that looks pretty good. And we'll lay that down. Okay, that looks good. And then I've got this color here. I'm not certain the color. It's in the kit, but I thought it would be really pretty laying on there, so I'm going to line that up. Now these cards are just some easy cards. I mean, it's just really not a lot of effort trying to get them put together. I mean, I'm just using the A2 Matting Basics to create my layers and then choosing the ephemera that is in there. Now this, I took some of the pattern paper. I don't normally die cut out of pattern paper, but I thought it might be kind of fun to do that. So I did that, and then I did some hammer mill, 100 pound, and I'm just going to attach it and give it some strength. Okay, so I've got my paper all laid down there. I've got my pattern paper on top of my hammer mill cardstock, and I'm just going to get my mermaid laid down. She's going to be the center of attention on this card. I had thought about maybe putting a dolphin or something else on there with her, but I think I'm just going to leave it as is with just her and get her positioned on here like I want her. And get her laid down. Put my gloss block on there. And then on this Enchanted, I'm going to pop it up. So I put some foam tape on the back of it, and I'm just going to lay it down on here. And it says, "Have an enchanted birthday," is what it says. And then I thought we would use some of the gold embellishments for this one. And there's our card. So they're coming together real quickly. I need to push down, my glue's not adhering yet. But I like them. I mean, even if you're not into the mermaid theme, there are a lot of pattern papers in here that you could use for other stuff that are just gorgeous. So I like that one. So for my next one, I'm also using my embossing folder, and I've got the Spellbinders metallic gold that I'm going to use for it. And I think I will put some foam tape on the back of it as well. Now you could use this either way. You could do the debossed or the embossed. In fact, since I've done all the other ones that way, I think I'll just use the opposite side. Okay, so just get my tape on here. But I'm so glad I turned that the opposite direction because it gives it a different look, and it's really, really pretty. Looks very nice. So I've got some more pattern paper that I'm going to use. And I chose this. It's got the little fairies on it with some little gold dots. I'm not sure if you can see that in the video, but that's what it has on it. And I'm going to use my tape runner on this. And I'm going to go across. Okay. And I'm going to try very carefully to get this positioned where I want it. So I have a nice little edge. I wanted to go up a little bit, but it was sticking. And then I'm going to bring in this pink or fuchsia paper again, just because I like it so much. And then just my tape runner again. I tried to cut this piece to where I got a lot of the pink out of it. So I positioned my die to where I would get some of the pink out of it. And then I chose that paper because I'm going to use these die cut images that are in here with the fairies. And I actually am going to glue that one down flat. I'm going to pop this one up. And then I've got a fairy happy birthday sentiment that I'm going to put on there. I think this is real pretty as well. So I hope you like it. Let me pull in all my cards. So I've got this one. Let's see. And then I have my Enchanted, and these are kind of similar. And then I have my Loved, which this one doesn't have to be, you know, mermaid themed at all or fairy themed. And then I have my Birthday Wishes, which is, you know, kind of a floral. And then I have my Thankful, which is my card that I'm going to give as a thank you. So I hope you like the cards. I hope you like the kit and perhaps consider subscribing to it. I will link the kit in my description box below. Thanks for watching, and hopefully this video wasn't too long for you. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.